you don't need this. At the end of the day, okay, you guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new or an oldie, welcome back to the channel. No makeup on because we're gonna start from zero, literally. But the best part of it all is that we have a new launch. Not so exciting, to be honest. Let's backtrack. Not so exciting. First of all, let's address the elephant in the room. We have a new background. Let me know how you guys feel about this. I'm trying to figure out what to do with my background because I'm so tired of the plain white background. I don't know, I just want something different, more homey, more warm. I'm trying to do some pink aesthetic for Valentine's and whatnot, but let me know how you guys like it. We'll love some feedback. We're going to be digging into the new Norvina collection. This is part of her mini series, which is called the Mini Pro Pigment Palette Volume 3. Last year she did launch two of these mini series, and you guys, I'm not gonna lie, they look super cute. They're so pretty, small, easy to travel with, and all that good stuff, and it's not as expensive as their original big pro pigment palettes. This is definitely way more affordable, but to be honest, you guys, I'm a little like, I just been a little upset. This is already her second launch, 2020, just in January. Only 2 launches, but it just feels like so much, especially for a brand that is so expensive like ABH. I will want them to like, yo, take it back, let me enjoy the Amrenzi palette, because I still haven't like even created as many looks as I would like to with that. In a way, it just feels so like money grabbing and also pushy. Is that even a word? As a creator, in a way, I feel like I have to bring you guys what's new. I have to bring you guys what's, because that's what people are searching for. I can't go back and use the Amrenzi palette, but in this social media world, people are moving so fast and they already on to the next. You know what I mean? So if I bring you more content with the Amrenzi palette, probably people are not going to be watching it. Unlike if I bring you what's new. If you're interested in it, let's get right into it first of all, because I have a lot to say about this. Let's just go through the shades, you guys. Shade A1 is described as a sheer white with iridescent pink reflex. A2 is described as a lilac glitter with multi-dimensional sparkles. A3 is described as a smoky blueberry with bright blue shimmers. Then we go to the second row. We start with the shade B1, which is described as a deep raspberry pressed pigment. B2 is described as a matte sky blue. B3 is described as a matte rose pink pressed pigment. So the last row we have C1, which is described as a matte dark cherry pressed pigment. C2 is described as a matte jade green. And then last but not least, we have C3, which is described as a matte bright cherry pressed pigment. First, let me go ahead and do my brows because I always do my brows before anything else. So I'm going to be using the ABH eye primer just because, of course, it'll be ideal since I'm using their products, their palettes. So I'm going to go ahead and just put a little tiny bit. I'm telling you, a little goes a long way when it comes to this stuff. I learned the hard way. Let's go ahead and close you guys in. Okay, just brought you guys in for a quick close-up so you guys can see clearly what I'm doing. So I'm gonna go ahead and prime the eyes. Again, a little goes a long way. If you have very dry eyes, I will highly recommend to hydrate the eyes with some sort of eye gel cream. It works so much better because this product can be very dry, in my opinion. I still don't like absolutely love this product, but I still use it. You guys, I don't know what's happening with me, but my facial hair is growing so quick. What is happening? Am I turning a guy? Am I turning like a man? Anyways, again, we're gonna be using this baby today, so this is how it looks. I'm gonna show you guys some swatches as well. You guys know she has already 2 other ones. So we're gonna start with the Mini Pro Pigment Volume 3. This is a cherry theme palette. It's super tiny, you guys, like literally the size of my hand, and it only brings 9 different eyeshadows. So you have some cherry, pinks, blue, and green as well, which I think makes sense when you look at a cherry. It does have the stem, which is kind of like greenish. It's super cute. I think it's really nice. It's not that bad, but it's nothing that it's like, oh my god, I need this palette type of thing. You know what I mean? It is $29. The name of the shadows are A, B, C, and then 1, 2, 3. That's how our shadows are named, which I think is a pretty cool idea because I am the worst at pronouncing names, so this is pretty nice. I don't know what I'm going to create yet, so let's just get right into it. They swatched pretty nice as well, you guys. I did not have any problem when swatching them. I'm going to start with that blue shade. I don't think you even need to know the name of these because they're just so, they're pretty basic colors if I say so myself. But of course, I'm not even going to front you guys. You do get the pigmentation, you do get the quality of ABH. These are really nice. They go on really nice. They blend really well. Like, there is nothing bad. I think the only problem that we're having now is that ABH is just launching too much. It just becoming too much, especially because this brand is so expensive. It's not a cheap brand that you could just go ahead and buy. If you compare it to ColourPop is coming out with shit every fucking week, and we're not complaining as much about it. Why? Because it's so affordable. Literally, their palettes for like $6-10, something like super affordable. You know what I mean? I would love to be able to get excited for a new palette, but it no longer feels like that. I'm gonna go ahead and take this shade that is green, and I'm gonna apply that right next to that blue shade. I'm creating a cut crease today. If you are new here, I am obsessed with cut creases, and I feel like they just help add more. It's easier for me to use more shadows. I'm just gonna go ahead and apply that right on the outer, as you can see, and I'm gonna start not sticking, but blending that outwards. And again, you guys, this becomes a little hard in my opinion, just because the eyeshadows are not bad. The eyeshadows are really good quality and everything is just like beautifully made. But once a brand that is so expensive starts just launching left and right, it becomes a little disheartening, a little hard to even keep up. I feel like a lot of people are just gonna be a little disappointed because they're not gonna be able to keep up with all the launches, especially if they love the brand and you cannot keep up with a brand. You're just gonna be like, this brand, because you want to keep up with everything. You want to keep up with social media. Like, you want to feel included in everything. And I don't know, I just feel like that could easily make people feel so excluded because they're not able to purchase or buy the product as soon as it launches. You know what I mean? Okay, you guys, so now I'm gonna go ahead and add a cut crease using one of my favorite cut crease brushes at the moment, which is the ABH number 18 brush. Usually I cannot breathe during this period, so I'll be right back. So I went ahead and did the cut crease. Now I'm gonna go ahead and add red shades. I don't know, I just really want to play with red. I'm gonna start with shade A1, and this is the lightest shade on the palette. I'm gonna add that to the inner corners right. This is more like a shimmery that has reflects of like pink, purple, peachy. I don't know, it's just super pretty. I hope you guys are able to see that on camera. Next, I'm gonna add the shade B3, and I'm gonna add that right next to that. These are super pigmented, you guys. Then I'm gonna go in with shade B1, and as you can see, I'm just applying these shades right next to each other. And I'm also gonna be doing a little bit of the shade C1, and I'm gonna add that right at the outer part right here, which is a very dark red. And now at the end, you just wanna go ahead and blend that. Instead of applying more shadow, you just wanna blend it. And of course, you blend it outwards. And this stuff, you guys, oh my god, it's heaven when you're doing your shadows. This just cleans up the brush really quickly, really nice. And you guys, technically I'm just going back and forth making sure the shades are really nice blended and that had that gradient effect going on. And you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and do another cut crease just because I want to add just a little bit more, of course. So now another cut crease, it's done. Let's go ahead and add a little bit more color, you guys. Again, I just love playing with colors. So I have left my mirror and I really don't want to get up. Now I'm going to be adding a little bit of white from the ABH Lisa Edward palette right here, and I'm gonna add that right on front right here. I thought this white will be way lighter than this. So what I'm gonna do is actually add B3. I'm gonna add more pink instead. And of course, gonna mix it with a white to create that gradient effect. Is it weird that I want to add like a smoked out wing as well, but I don't know how to even go about it, but we're gonna try it, so let's see. So first I'm gonna take C1, which is the darkest shade on the palette, of course, and I'm just gonna start dragging that up very close to my lash line. And as you can see, I'm also gonna go ahead and bring it all the way into the tear duct, and I'm gonna connect it to the bottom lash line. We're going back here using that same shade, and I'm going to start smoking that out using the shade B3. I think I'm going to add just a little bit more, and I'm actually going to add black from the ABH and Lisa Edwards palette. Just a little bit of black, just a little. Very close to the lash line as well. Okay, you guys, I think that looks a little bit better. I don't know, I just love the dramatic kind of look. It just makes me so happy. Okay, you guys, so see, this is pretty much the final look. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eyes, and I'll be right back to talk to you guys a little bit more. So, hope you guys like the look. I don't Alright you guys, so here is the final look of finally we are done. I know for you it was super quick, but for me it was like literally a few hours. I finished it off with some lashes. I added some color on my waterline just to make it pop a little bit more. I did my whole face, some lip. I'll make sure to link everything down below in the description in case you guys are interested on anything on my face. My earrings are from Lola's Boutique. I also have a coupon code with them now, you guys, which is sassy30. That gets you 30% off your order, just in case you guys are interested in that. But oh my god, let me tell you a little bit of the pros on this palette. The new Volume 3 Mini Palette already launching on January 27, which was this Monday. Today is Thursday, a few days ago. You can find this on ABH website as well as Sephora.com. You have 9 different shades on this palette. These shades are said to be handpicked by Norvina herself. According to them, it's like the perfect color story for this season, especially for February, which you guys know is the month of love because it's Valentine's Day, at least here in the United States. And of course, most let you know that the shade B1, B3, C1, and C3 are not intended for eye use. These are pigments, and pigment generally they are not meant to be used on the eyes, but they are on the eyeshadow palette, so what else am I gonna use it for? You know what I mean? Anyways, just gotta let you guys know that it could definitely cause some problem for people that do have sensitive eyes, especially if you have sensitive eyes. Hope that makes sense. And the palette retails for $29. You have great quality, you have great pigmentation, the color story, it's pretty nice, and you're able to get super dramatic look as well as do super soft looks, which I'm going to be bringing you guys in the next few videos, hopefully as well on my Instagram. But nonetheless, you guys, I must say it's not a palette that I'm like go get it. I honestly I want them to like step back a little bit, like launch something else, something new, something more innovative, maybe step away from eyeshadows, just because of how much eyeshadow they've been launching so quickly. I do remember them saying that they weren't gonna be doing collabs for a while, but I did not think they were gonna be launching another palette like so soon. But then again, you guys have to remember that Norvina is a whole different collection from ABH, so that it kind of understandable when you kind of separate the two brands on itself. And if you look at Norvina collection, it doesn't seem as bad, but if you're looking at it from like all in one, Norvina and ABH, it just seems like a lot. Just throwing that out there. Nonetheless, it's a really nice palette. I really like it, but I feel like it's a palette that I would not get a lot of use of, especially because of the color theory right here. I'm not just someone that likes to wear, you know, pink or blues, you know, like it's just not something I will kind of gravitate towards, but it's a beautiful palette to have in your collection regardless. They do have the sets as well, which will normally come in a little box like this, and that will retail for $37, which I think is not bad because you're getting the palette as well as a mini ABH eye primer that works well for oily eyelids in my opinion, and it's just a pretty nice palette for your collection. But honestly, I'm not gonna recommend it in terms of like a product that you need. You don't need this. At the end of the day, you don't need this. At the end of the day, nobody's forcing you to buy anything. At the end of the day, it's your choice, so be sure to make wise choices, you guys. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye.